First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Ambrose looking to throw on second down. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with Breida. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Ambrose to throw on second down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's James. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ambrose now looking to throw on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second and 10, Newton again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Here's Ambrose on third down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
This is Breida. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run with Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's rock now. Check 26, check 26. Slam.
They'll toss it to Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go, fellas. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. I got trick this side. I got trick this side. We got three. We got three. Hey, hey.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and long. It's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So this will be accepted as he moves the offense backwards. A give to Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Ambrose to throw. Off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have. It's chipped. Away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Ambrose operating from the gun. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Ambrose to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
Ambrose now throwing on 3rd and long. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now it's Peterson. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Ambrose looking to throw on 2nd down. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's complete to Sharp. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, get right down. Get right there. Get right there. White to the 3. Hey.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey. Hey, get right down. Get right there.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Green. Express. Gun. Express. Do some. White to the 3. Hey.
On second down, here's Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Room here to run. A big run there by Freeman. 47 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
Well, when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. Here's Breida. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up there. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
And they'll run it here. Finding room to the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And now out come the Steelers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now Ambrose to throw. To throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The give is to Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Tano Passigno.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bobby Wagner with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
We got set. Come on, come on, come on. Great.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets us up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back now at Ford Field. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Freeman again. Freeman with a fast feet. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They run. Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Come on now. Three down. Whip. Watch the whip. Under 10. 10. Watch safety grip. Hey.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Brown. Oh, look at that. Oh, now he bowls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Check, check. Gun.
Ambrose on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Ambrose. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Newton on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They fake the give. Newton sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Newton to throw. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. With it is Brown. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. They'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Lions. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
4 down, 4 down. Hey, hey.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. The Lions on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Great. Hey. 4 down.
Newton now to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Right to the 3. Gun. Hey.
Throwing here, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Hey.
Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey.
To the air again, Newton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Crosby puts it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And the Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Ambrose now operating from the gun. Now here is another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton's going to throw it. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Forced out, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do something! Gun. Do something! 56, Mike, 56! Great! Watch the screen! Hey!
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And that one results in 35 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost toss the football. It's out. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Ambrose. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled, throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Lions, they make amends for their Week 1.